everybody, I'm Jeannie. Welcome to the Gen X Mom Show. I don't know even why we named it that other than I'm a mom, a wife, I'm home. I do a whole lot of crap here. So I figured I'd just kind of like throw that knowledge and what's going on around my humble abode out for you. So if you like it, you know what to do, that whole like, subscribe, whatever, get on it. But here we go. So I am going to do something today that I always keep in my refrigerator at all times, and that is roasted garlic. I use it in everything, and it is so ridiculously easy to do. Raw garlic can be like really sharp and even kind of spicy. So using that in cooking, you know, if it calls for garlic, you can substitute with roasted. When you roast garlic, it releases all of those sugars, and it just, I can eat roasted garlic by the clove raw, you know, just right out of the thing. Spread it on bread with butter. Oh my God, it's just so good and so much better to cook with and bake with, and it's just yum, 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 yum. And it keeps forever in the refrigerator. So when I do it, I will either, if I'm not getting it out of the garden, I'll go to like the big club stores and buy a big, huge bag of whole garlic, okay? You're gonna love how easy this is. The other thing you need are garlic roasters. They're like terracotta, and then they're glazed on the inside so it doesn't stick. As you can see, mine have been well used because, and I would say out of an entire bag of garlic, like a big bag, or maybe you do this every 2 months or so. I make that much at a time and then I store it. But yeah, we go through a lot of it. I love, love, love garlic. So, and it's so good for you. I'll show you what to do. It's really easy. First of all, sharpen your knife. Ooh, let me get out of the way. Sharp knives are safe knives, okay? Oh, if you don't know how to sharpen, it's called a steel, okay? It's got ridges on it. Hear it? Shouldn't do that on the edge. It's going to dull it. You're coming at an angle and you're bringing it across. Draw. Keep your thumb back, but you want to be able to control your knife, so get a good grip. And then just draw across. And you're pulling it at an angle like that. This is going to really sharpen your knives, and I'll slow it down for you. Like that. And you're just kind of, you don't have to push hard. You're pulling that blade over. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got, see that shine on the edge? Ooh, that's nice and sharp, and you'll watch, you'll see. So now I'm going to simply cut the tops off. Keep your hand back. Garlic is tricky because it's not round totally. So there you go. That's all you got to do. You don't need to get all the tops off. They'll roast inside. But I like to do that just to let the steam escape some. And then you're just lining them up like that. Oops. And you're just taking the tip of that garlic. That's it. That's all you got to do. And what's left, I'll put the tops that I'm cutting of these that are coming out. I don't waste those. I stick those in a little container in some oil. And then I have like olive oil or vegetable oil or whatever oil. Then I have it infused with garlic. Nothing goes to waste. Heck, if I could find a way to reuse the paper around the garlic, I probably would. That's just who I am. One would think I was born during the Depression era or something. It might really honestly just be from spending so much time with my grandmother growing up, and they were, of course, Depression era, and saved everything, rubber bands, everything. Nothing got thrown away hardly, and everything had a place and a use, and they were very thrifty and frugal, even when they didn't have to be. That's just the way they were, raised in the era, in the Depression era and, you know, the wartime era and all the things I went through with that. So this is full. Now, I should have done this to start with. I'm going to preheat the bottom of my oven. If you just have the one unit, just preheat your oven. The object of this is low and slow. We do not want to like blast it with heat. We want it to go really slow and roast down and get soft and let all of those sugars inside of the garlic come together, and it'll just be like this caramely brown sweet garlic flavor that is just, I wish I could like feed it to you through here. It is so good. So good. So let's do this. Let's see. One of these days I will figure this oven out. Okay, so it's on the base, 350. I'm just going to bring it down to 300. There we go, and start. Let that start preheating. All right, now all of this I'm going to set in a dish to the side because I will add those later. Like I said, to some oil. I'll throw in like rosemary or basil or thyme, some even sage, whatever, fresh herbs with it into the oil, the garlic, and just tap it up. Even a mason jar works, whatever you got. Use an old mayonnaise jar, I don't care. Clean it out first, but anything that's gonna hold that liquid. Put your oil in, put your garlic tops, throw in dried herbs, fresh herbs, whatever you want. Give it a good shake, and then every time you walk by it, give it another good shake. And before you know it, you'll have a really intensely flavored oil that's just so great to cook with also. And if you want to speed that process up, you can put that in a pan of like simmering water and put like a piece of foil or something down, crumpled up, to like nest your glass jar or whatever. It needs to be glass. Don't use plastic, obviously. But use like a glass jar or something and nest that in the water. You're almost making a double boiler, and then you would just simmer it really lightly to heat that oil through, and that's going to help pull all that flavor out of that garlic and the herbs into the oil. And then you can always strain that off or leave it in and put it in a pretty bottle, or just keep it in your mason jar with a lid on it and cook with it when you need to. Either way, you're going to end up with something super yummy and healthy. All right, so we got one full. Let's fill up the other one. And we just cut these tops just like this. And I'm not even removing all the skin off the garlic, just kind of like the loose bits. You want to leave it on because that's what keeps it closed up and helps it cook right, I think. All right, so a few more to go, and then we'll pop this in the oven and get on with some other chores, other cooking that I got going on. So yummy. Now this one has like a huge clove here. I'm going to go ahead and break that off because it's just going to be way off on the side and kind of goofy. And keeping some raw garlic on hand. I do that. Oh, and if you come across ones that are like, ooh, that like, yuck, you don't want that. Blech. That's nasty. That's some nastiness. Get rid of that. When you crack them open like this, so you can see if there's any cloves that have gone south on you. Ooh, why do we refer to going south like a bad thing? I live in the South. It's not necessarily bad. It's a little ass backwards at times. But we're looking for some change. All right, here we go. We got this and one more to go. Almost there. Any whole cloves like this, I'm just going to set them aside because, well, there are recipes I use raw garlic in there, here and there. On occasion, but honestly, very rarely. If it calls for garlic, I will throw in this roasted garlic. There's just so much more flavor in it. I'm going to keep that one too. All right. And look at that. We got 2 full dishes, and I'm going to toss this right in here. And I'll get the paper out of the way later. Right now, I just want to get this in the oven. Because I have a whole lot of great cooking coming out of my kitchen this morning to get ready for the week. It is Sunday. And that is when I usually start looking at my week's menu. And on Sundays, I try to prep some of the meals for the week, like the waffles. I'll be doing a whole lot of waffles. If you want to see how to make your own waffle mix that can be stored, then you add like milk, eggs, ready to go. That's being done today. I don't know if there's a link. I'm not good at adding the link stuff and all that. Maybe I'll get it in, maybe not. Otherwise, just look on the channel. It'll be there somewhere here pretty quick. I think I have 6 or 7 waffles I'm doing that are going in the freezer. What else is happening? Oh, sourdough bread. Yay! I make sourdough from scratch. I have my own starter. It's been going forever. I just feed it. I'll explain all that and make bread. So really go over to the channel, look for the other videos. All I ever do is craft and cook and build stuff, and I'm just starting to film it all because everybody's kept telling me to, and I finally gave in, and I'm getting over my shyness. This is really hard for me to do. Oh, and by the way, I put up a video the other day. Lord, I'm gonna kill my husband. He should have told me, one, that this gray that I'm gonna accept my gray. I'm gonna grow it out. I'm gonna be I have an appointment. This is the last time you will see this. After today and all the cooking and everything that's happening this weekend to get ready for the week, I have an appointment coming, thank God. No one ever let me walk around like this again. I could kill him. And I don't know why I have been straightening my hair all of these years. I have, as you can see, I got curls. If I actually use product and just leave it alone, I have been straightening all of this out, and I did not realize it looks so thin and just awful. From the front it looked cute, but I didn't see the back until I put a video up, and I was like, what is that hot mess? That can't be me. Oh, and I didn't have eyebrows or lips, which naturally I don't pluck. It's a thing. My family, we don't have eyebrows. They're just really thin. It's all that, I guess, genetical. I have very fine hair. It's very curly, and then I have no eyebrows. And so after viewing my video over, what was I doing? Oh, pressure canning. Yes, a pressure canning 101, like everything you need to know about all American pressure canners. But when I saw that video, I was like, oh my God. I'm not that homely looking. I had better put a face on and do something with my hair. Oh, it was bad. They say your first 10 videos are going to be crap. They weren't kidding. Hopefully this gets better. This is just me. It's unedited. It's just who I am. So love me or hate me, take me or leave me. This is what I'm giving you. I'm giving you real. Anyways, we have garlic. The oven has sung a song for me. That's all there is to it. Let's put these in and we'll come back in a couple hours. Oh, in we go. Nice, lovely heat. My house is always so cold, so that feels good. In they go. Close it up. Leave it alone. Walk away. Go on to something else. Go. You could even go out for lunch. Whatever you want to do. Stick them in there. You're really going to roast them for about 3 to 5 hours, depending on your heat. Low and slow. We want to just soften them and all those sugars. We want them to develop nice and slow. When they're done, we'll be back and I'll show you how to get them out of that thing and into a container.
Okay.
Okay, it's been about 2 hours and I've had this garlic going. Woo! There's a little steam. Oh, wow. And it smells so garlicky right now. It's actually almost offensive. I want to show you where we're at though, because there is a fine line between where it gets to and where you take it out. See how this is getting nice and brown and it's squishy. See the liquid coming out? We are probably about, we're almost there. It smells so good. Yeah, this is getting nice and soft. See how soft it is? These here, I just want them, and if you'll look on the bottom, see that it starts caramelizing the garlic. Oh, God, that's going to be so good. I'm going to put it back in the oven. It's going to go for probably about another 30, 45 minutes, and it'll be ready. Oh, it's yelling at me. I know, I hear you, oven. I don't know if I love this oven or not. All right, back in it goes, and we'll come back, and we should have roasted garlic, and I'll show you how to get it out of that and into a container. Okay, so it's been a few hours, or it's been about a little over an hour, and my garlic is cooled. Now, the aromas coming off this garlic is intense. I will tell you that much. Once you take the top off, it's almost burning my eyes at this point just because it is so garlicky. But then you got to remember, I'm doing 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 full cloves. So let's get down to why we're here. This garlic is sticky. I will tell you that right now. This stuff is sticky because all of these juices from this garlic has actually caramelized. It's in the bottom of this, and I will scoop this out and put it in a different container because that is like concentrated flavor right there. But for today, what we're going to mess with right now is this. This is how you're going to get these out. You are going to pull it back like that. And the object is, this stuff is going to be, it's really sticky. I will tell you that right now, but it's so worth it. Okay, so see, it's like a paste now. You just want to get the paper off of it. The outside ones can tend to be a little trickier than the inside, just because they get a little toastier. They don't have that like almost like insulation from the other ones. I have one for waste and then one for putting it in. Okay, so there's one. See, that one just pops right out. That's what I want. And then as you get them open, you can just kind of take it, get it open, and then you just scoop it out. That's what you're looking for. It is straight up like garlic paste now. And so freaking good and good for you. But that is all there is to roasting off your own yummy garlic. Now, you can use this, mix it with some softened butter, and you have a garlic butter spread. You can throw it in soups and stews. You can, if you wanted a garlicky bread, you can literally drop a couple of spoonfuls of this into your dough and knead it directly into the dough. And it will infuse everything with this garlic flavor. Which when I tell you it is good enough to eat like this, it really is. Just don't go kissing anybody you like, unless you hate them. Hey, it'll definitely drive away anybody. No vampires around here. Nope, nope. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yay. Garlic goodness happening. And now you see why I do so many cloves, because where you would think it would be like that's a lot of garlic. It is, but it takes a lot to fill this up. It's very intense. I'll let you know right now. Everything for a little while is going to smell like garlic in this house for just a few minutes while I'm working on this. kind of permeates. But it's worth it. And I mean, I don't hate the smell. It is, I just can't. I wish you could smell it. It's really garlicky, but it's just such a good smell. If you like garlic, you're gonna love this. If you don't like garlic, then there's something wrong with you. And actually, garlic is one of those like power foods, so get to liking it. No, seriously. You can mellow it out. Just don't use so much. If you like the taste of it, go hog wild. If you don't, chill. Don't use so much. It's up to you. You adjust it to what your tastes and your family's tastes are. But do make it. Okay, so see, when I just stick it in there, it just comes right out. So, not hard. You're just pulling them away. Look for the garlic. Find the garlic in the bulb there. When you pull it away, it'll separate and you're good. You just pull it out. And then in it goes. So 1 clove of garlic. That's a whole clove. See what I mean? Takes a lot. Because as it kicks down, it really, it reduces the way it is. Because it's a paste now. It's paste. And it is sticky. So sticky. So I'm going to get through all of these. I'm going to put them in here. And I am going to just pop this in the fridge. And then anytime that I want to add garlic to any recipe or a spreadable or whatever I need it for, it is ready to go. And the flavor of roasted garlic versus raw garlic or sauteed garlic, I just think it can't be beat. And I have not found anything yet that I'm like, I need absolute raw garlic for this, or it's just going to be not right. Because there's not many things you eat raw garlic in anyways. It's just so intense. The flavors of raw garlic can be spicy, and when you're sauteing it, it can get bitter. So honestly, if you ask me, this just makes life easier because I can add it at any point during my recipe. If it's like something that you would normally saute it, I wait to the end when we're adding liquid, and then it's going to break down in the liquid, and I don't ever have to worry about it getting bitter while it's cooking in a pan. It just eliminates that. A little bit of work on the front end means everything goes better and comes together faster, and I'm able to be more efficient when I am cooking for my family this way. That's why I do the prep work also like this, is because I know not only is it going to increase the flavor profile of everything, give it a richer, deeper flavor, but it's going to save me a ton of time, and I'm less likely to burn anything if it's done this way. I don't have to worry about burning the garlic. And I don't think I've ever actually messed up roasted garlic. I mean, all you got to do is stick it in there and wait. It kind of can't get any easier than that. Can you sit around and do nothing for a couple hours? Then you can roast some garlic. All right, there's nothing else to this but for me to peel these, put a lid on it, and stick it in the refrigerator, and it's ready whenever I need it. So y'all have a great day. I hope you're roasting garlic. Bye. Turn it off. Turn it off, I say. Turn it off.